Press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hi students, in the today's video we concentrate on one of the left progression, geometric progression, the two important mathematical relations GP and binomial expression. We go in detail, and if time permits we can go to the coordinate geometry. But let us start. The previous class we have discussed on the quadratic equation solutions, arithmetic progression, and also sum of natural numbers and squares, sum of squares of natural numbers. Now coming to the third in sequence, the geometrical progression. Most important tool required in physics. So this, for example, if I take, you come to know what the sequence is and how these progressions will arise using certain rules. So if I have the number 2 by 3, 2 by 9, 2 by 27, 2 by 81, when I write like this, we are seeing that every number here is multiplied by 1 by 3. 2 into 1 by 3. And here it is 2 into 1 by 3 square, or 2 into 1 by 3 cube, or 2 into 1 by 3 power 4, 81, and so on it runs. Here this term is called as a first term. Of the relation which here is noted with A. And this repeating term, we are calling it as a common ratio. That we are writing as AR power 2, AR power 3, so on, up to AR power n minus 1. There are n terms. Every successive number is obtained by multiplying with a constant value, constant number, that 1 by 3 in this case. You can take anything other also. So solution to this is, sum of this is given by A into 1 minus R power n divided by 1 minus R. Already I told you R is a common ratio. There are, assuming n terms as here taken, A is the first term. So if here all is a fraction greater than 0 but must be less than 1 always, then this relation is, suppose n is very large. If n is very large, then this R power n can be neglected comparing to 1. And we write the equation n that tending to infinity. There are infinite terms. Then Sn can be written as, neglecting R power n, simply it become A divided by 1 minus R. Why? Because suppose when you take here 1 by 3 itself, you are knowing 1 by 3 value. So if you did, it is around 0.33 comes. If you go for 1 by 9 power 2, 1 by n reduced to 0.1. So 1 by 27. So again it is less because 100, it goes to 0.03 something. So that means as the power increases, here it is 1, here it is 2. So 3 power q. Here it is, if I write, it is 3 power q. 1 by r. 1, 2, 3. As increases, this value is tending smaller and smaller and smaller. When n become very large, in presence of 1 is very much large compared to r power n. Hence this r power n is neglected. And we write only Sn is equal to a upon 1 minus r. This is very important too. Even in the first year physics in 2-3 chapters such as gravitation, to find the gravitational force between the particles one by one placed into certain number, or it may be infinite value, then we can have a solution to that type. So thus, to get the answer to the question, let us take a special problems in physics. I hope you have understood the relation. Every term, every successive term is obtained by multiplying with a particular value. That is called as a common ratio. And if there are n terms, and solution for n terms is given in this form, where a is a first term and r is the common ratio, n is the number of terms. If the number of terms is very large, then we can have this relation. Using this relation, a known concept I take, because I hope you are also studied about the electric field, electric charge, force between them, or potential terms. Using that, what answers you will get using this relation for the geometric progression Sn is equal to a upon 1 minus r. How it will be used? Let us take example and confirm that. So let us consider an example in physics. Suppose if we have a charge, I hope you are studied, hoping that I know that you are studied about the electric field, force, charge, electric current, potential in the SSLC. So at this point x may be at point origin x equal to 0. So we are keeping the charges at a distinct position, say 1 meter, at 2 meter, at 4 meter, at 8 meter, and so on up to infinity. The magnitude of the charge is q. So we are placed each charge having magnitude q at specific positions along the x direction, infinite number of charges, 1 meter, 2 meter, 4 meter, 8 meter distances. Question is, what is the electric field due to these at the origin at x equal to 0? So electric field due to a point charge, suppose if I take a charge q at a distance d, if you want the electric field is how much? So we have a relation, electric field is equal to q upon 4 pi epsilon naught into d square. This may be taking as a constant k, this 4 pi epsilon naught, and simply we write it as a q by d square. It is for one charge producing the field at this point. Now every charge is producing the field and all must be added because they are all in one direction, is an algebraic addition. So when I take for this problem the same relation, electric field at A naught, this common term kq I write outside and only take 1 by d square term at a distance of 1 meter, that is 1 by 1 square. 2 meter 1 by 2 square plus 4 meter 1 by 4 square plus 8 meter 1 by 8 square plus so on, it runs up to infinity. So this kq into 1 plus 4, 1 by 4, I can keep like that only, 1 by 4 square. You know 8 square is 64. So this can be written as 1 by 4 cube plus so on, it runs. I hope you are followed how GP is arised here. In calculation of the electric field about a point due to multiple charges kept along a straight line. 1 by 4 is the common ratio arised. Here kq is the first term. If I write here, it is the term value A. Then what is the electric field comes at the center, at the point O? Solution is over. So immediately you can get knowing this relation. So that is equal to A is kq divided by 1 minus, this is 1 by 4, where you can write 4 minus 1 is 3, k go to the numerator, 4 kq by 3. You got the answer for this. E naught equal to electric field using this GP. Suppose there is an alternate also appears, that also you are knowing. Instead of all positive, one is positive, other is negative, positive, negative. If the charges are given, what happens, sir? So I think you are now getting interest. So 1, it is minus, therefore I have to write here the minus term, minus 1, kq plus minus, plus again it is minus because minus charge. Remaining is same. What changes comes? It is 1 minus 1 by 4 and it is plus, again it is minus 1 by 4 cube. Remaining same. Solution we got. Quick, you are thinking how we can arrive fast in the problem solutions in physics if we have this idea of geometrical progression concept. If the problems of any type, even it is electric field, I show you another how it changes with the same. So what this is here, we have to take the R values minus 1 by 4. So when you take minus 1 by 4, it becomes minus of minus plus. 4 plus 1 become 5. Remaining is same. Now it is over. What you got is electric field at this point O due to multiple charges kept along the axis. The problem 2 we have solved actually. I shown how it is applied in physics. It is a concept of electric field. The same I tell you. Suppose if I place a charge Q naught, third for example you can go. If you are given a charge Q naught which is placed at the origin and charges may be plus or minus like only and distances may be same, what is instead of field? Force on this charge. What is the force on this charge? If I place at this point a Q naught, what is the force acting on this between the two charges? You have a relation Q into Q naught for the force instead of electric field, electric force. So this electric force K Q naught by 4 pi epsilon naught d square, it is Q naught. What I am changing? Now you are seeing it. What I am changing? I am bringing another term Q naught. Here also I am bringing Q naught. K into Q naught cube. So then what happens to the force term here? This is force. F at origin. Now I am getting the force equation. The force on the charge Q naught placed at the origin by these all charges may be plus or minus. Formula same, d square we have taken. And the remaining is same. only Q naught adds and the force become 4k Q naught by 5. Same if the charges are all positive. The charges are all positive if you take. What happens? This is plus and this is also plus. And this is plus and this also plus. Problem same, the fourth one. What we get the answer? It remains minus 1 by 4 and this becomes 3kq by naught. This is I given the two concepts with similar charges or alternate charges are positive and negative. The same relation is used to get the answer. In case of electric field, at a point due to these charges placed along the axis, and also the force on a test charge Q naught placed at the origin, we got the answer. Now also you have studied potential, I tell you that, and with that I conclude. So what the potential term is? When come to the potential due to a charge at certain point, potential, if I want to calculate due to this, potential at this point is how much? Electric potential is required, the relation changes little bit. And small changes I have to do also, I rub it here. Suppose if you want to find out the electric potential, at this point, V naught, for this, if we have a charge at certain distance d, value of potential can be written as Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught into d. As similar V is equal to, I can write KQ by d. Same, all are positive charges we have taken. So electric potential at origin, if I want to, KQ I brought out. For first charge at a distance d is 1 by 1, plus second is 1 by 2, plus third is 1 by 4, 1 by 8, plus so on. You have observed? Now I can write this also in the form AKQ into 1 plus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 square plus 1 by 2 cube plus so on. You got the GP form. First think in mind which mathematical tool is suiting. Immediately, is it possible to look that problem in terms of GP or AP and then convert? Now it is in the form of GP. 1 by 2, 1 by 2 square, 1 by 2 cube. This is the A value and this is the R value with sign convention. R value. So we have solution for GP is A upon 1 minus R. So potential at the origin is A is KQ upon 1 minus R is, have to substitute KQ by 1 minus of half. That become half equal to 2KQ is the answer obtained. We got the answer as V naught equal to 2KQ. R value we substituted as 1 by half. As we have previously taken similarly, one may be plus and other may be negative. Another problem comes. Any data they may give, they cannot go anyway. There are limitations, and how this changes I am showing you. The relation is same, the geometric progression applying. 1 meter, 2 meter, 4 meter, 8 meter. So this potential, this term become minus, this term become minus. 1 meter plus minus 2, 4 minus 8, and this become minus, and this also become minus. As R is negative now, minus of minus become minus half is plus. This goes to the numerator, 2 plus 1 become 3. So I think you are understood. I am not teaching mathematics, I told many times, but tools of mathematics how we use to get the solutions in physics is most important. The third in the sequence, 3 sequences you have learned, I know, that arithmetic progression, geometric progression, harmonic progression. But most important progression is the GP. Even in the first year in 2-3 chapters of such type of problems you will face, using GP we can get the solutions. And another important tool I am coming to in the today's class is about the not going depth with what binomial expression and binomial theorems and functions. Sum of variables to the power of n. What it leads to. Particular one expression is oftenly used, plenty times used in every chapters to get many solutions. So that I am taking now. Please note it down. Let us go to the binomial expression. Fourth mathematical tool we are using in physics. After sequence, I am coming to the binomial theorem. Binomial, where comes there are sum of two variables power of n. And particularly the theorem which we are using is here 1 plus x power n, where n is a real number, may be positive or negative, may be a fraction. The solution to this is 1 plus nx, where magnitude of x is always less than 1. It must be a fraction. The condition is very important here. And first term must be 1, second must be a fraction. It may be anything, power, plus or minus, maybe a whole number or maybe a fraction. The solution we have is 1 plus nx. That relation most important. One is, it is any number, fraction must be, any fraction x must be, n may be any real number, positive or negative. How this gives you a solution? Some numerical analysis we do here. For example, if I take directly, which is most important in getting mathematical simplification with the assistance of the calculator and also using logarithms. It is an application in mathematical solutions. Once we have some physical relation, we substituted the values, we lock up to get the final answer, landing to the same final answer in simplification process. This lockup can be opened by this relation, where we can calculate some values. Like for example, take if you want to calculate if the question arises like 0, 0, 6. What is the square root of 1.006? This gives you the answer. How can I write? I hope you are able to write this first in the form 1.006 to the power of half. You know that method, square root. So if I write written like this, I can split also as 1 plus 0.006 to the power of half, right? And now this is in the form of 1 plus x power n. Here here we have 1 as similar to this. In place of x we have 006, which is a fraction, where n is this half, this n. And now I can write this as per the solution concerned, 1 plus n is half into 0.006. So this leads to 1 plus 0.003, dividing by 2 this term. And again adding become 1.003, the square root of 1.006, you got the answer. How simple it is, see, using this binomial theorem. This one example I given. Let us take the second one. For example, given root of 0.999. What is the square root of 0.999? So in this case, to write this in the form of this, we want 1. Therefore, what you do is, in the first step, from 1, you subtract this 999. What you will get, see, 10 out of 9 is 1, 9 out of 9 is 0, 9 out of 9 is 0, already it is shifted, becomes 0. That means I can write this, I hope you are understood this again, 0.999 power half. This may be written as 1 minus 0.001 power half. Possible to write? Is it not? 001. 1 minus 001 is 0.999. What happens to this value? So this can be written. I told it may be plus or minus. 1 we have. In place of x we have a fraction. Power is half. Let this may be 1 minus half into 0.001. So what happened here is 1 minus 0.00. Again it is not in 0.5. What is the answer? Again you have to subtract from 1, subtract 0.005. 10 out of 5 is 5. 9990. What is the root of 0.999? leads to 0.9995. Fine. I showed the two example. I hope you are understood how this expression is used to get the square roots. With two examples, let's see the remaining also later on. Let us note down this and we'll go to the next part. So let us take another example 3. So find the square root of 4.016. So this no doubt can be written as 4.016 to the power of half, right? Now I can write this further as, if I brought out 4 inside, 4 if I take out, 4 into 1 dividing by 4 equivalently, so 1.004 to the power of half. Am I right? If you not followed, you multiply this, you will understand. 4 into 4, 4 into 4 is 16, 4 0 is 0, 4 into 4 is 4. Now you know I can split this. My main aim is to bring 1. I cannot split 4 plus something. The first term must be 1. So therefore 4, I can write square root of 4 of this. I know you are knowing the law that also. Into 1.004 to the power of half, according to law of indices. Am power n is a power n into a power n. So that is equal to square root of 4 is 2 into, I am splitting this 1 plus 0.004 to the power of half. This term is in the form of binomial expression. 1 fraction power n. Now I can use this rule and write as a 1 plus nx. What I got? I will get 2 into 1 plus half into 0.004. That 2 into 1 plus 0.002 dividing by 2. And this become 2 into 1.002, which leads to 2.004 is the square root of 4.016. You can verify using your law calculator. You will get the exact answer. So square root of 4.016 is the 2.004. So please remember, you have to brought anything you want to apply this binomial expression, first you have to bring in the form of 1 plus x, where first number must be 1 and second must be a fraction to power n, anything it may be, not only half. So for that also I will take an example. So that fourth example, that's 0.994 cube root 1 by 3. How much? So in that case, you knowing, I already told you 1.000, subtract this 994 subtraction from this. 10 out of 4 is 6, 9, 0, 0 and 0. That means I can write this in the form 1 minus 0.006 to the power of 1 by 3, cube root of that. And this can be written as, now you see this is in the form of standard one. 1 minus 0.006 to the power of 1 by 3. This is 1 by 3 into 0.006. I can write using this relation. I hope you have got the answer now. 1 minus 0.002. So do that job. Subtract from that 0.002. If you subtract, 10 of 2 is 8, 990. Therefore, I can say 0.994 to the power of 1 by 3. The cube root is equal to 0.998 is the answer. You come to know the answers. So how this used to get the square roots or cube root value, any power I told you. But importantly, remember the conditions when applying this theorem. Most useful in solving. Note it down. Let us take some more examples. So the another one problem. We have to get the answer to this. In some simplification, if we arrive to this relation, how can solve this? So this can be written as I previously did, you can separate. Let it be 4. Inside I can write 2 if you brought out 1.01 whole square. Am I right? Then 4 divided by, according to law of indices, 2 square is 4 into 1.01 power square. 4 get cancelled. I take this to the numerator. I think you are knowing, if I take to the numerator, it become -2. Plus 2 become -2 taken to the numerator. split this 1 plus 0.01 to the power of minus 2. According to our binomial expression, 1 plus x power n is equal to 1 plus nx. What now you will get is 1 plus minus 2 into 0.01. This leads to 1 minus 0.02. 01 multiplied that. 02. So what is the answer is, if you subtract it from 1.0, 0.02 subtraction gives you 98. 0.98 is the answer to this. Therefore, 4 by 2.02 whole square can be written as 0.98. How this binomial relation helping us to get some simple solutions easily. So this is what I have taken, the two important concepts. One is of use of binomial theorem, 1 plus x power n as 1 plus nx, and also the geometrical progression. And concluding here, I am assigning as a one homework. Let us try this. As a homework, 3 cube by cube. Let us try to get the answer. Let us see in the 3 cube by 3 plus 01 to the power of cube. So get the answer to this. Let us, in the today class, we discussed about the geometrical progression and applications in physics, and also binomial theorem, simple square roots, cube roots, or any power. As I told, a real number, it may be any value, but please remember first term must be 1, second term x using must be a fraction, n may be any number. We can get the values easily using the binomial expression. So some problems we have discussed to understand how it can be applied, and one homework is given. With that homework, we discuss the remaining things in the next video. But please remember, after that week, every weekend, we start the test on the topics which we are covering, and you must get prepared. Please take seriously the classes. Don't neglect or simply thinking that we know everything. We give entrance type of questions on these what we are discussing here. So giving options, we throw the questions, you have to give the right answer. We follow up you every moment, and we are behind you. Read, learn, get success. Wish you all success for all these. Thank you.